Hello and welcome everybody to the No Bones podcast. Today we are joined by two members of Team Valor, one of the country's finest bare knuckle boxing gyms. First of all up is an exciting young prospect in Mighty Joe Lister. Hello Joe.
Hello mate, alright.
And also joining us is the Yorkshire gladiator himself, Mr. Anthony Holmes. How are you doing, Anthony?
Appreciate coming back on again.
No problem mate, I'm glad to have you back anytime. And we've got good old Mr. Johnson on end there, just in case you didn't know. Anyway, we'll start today. How are you feeling, Ant? You were out in BKFC 68 in Newcastle a couple of weeks ago. Spectacular KO win over Chaz Wasserman.
Yeah, felt great, mate, going into it. I didn't realise how tall he was until we did face-off, like. Thought, fucking hell.
He's a gangly guy.
Yeah, but I know we prepared well. Had a brilliant camp. Obviously, team members, we got round us as well. We're all pushing each other really well. We're all bouncing off each other, so...
You can tell it's evident, mate. We're evident that night anyway, mate. You looked strong going out of it. Like you say, it took you a little bit sorting him out, sussing him out with that range and that, but once you got in there...
Yeah, like I say, it would be, I had to keep switching just to keep finding where my range was. And then, like I say, I got cut. I had no idea. I got cut off first exchange. I don't know how it happened. I don't know, leg clash or was it a jab coming in? I don't no idea to this day.
Did that give you much trouble or?
No, just watched when I got back to the corner when he just went, oh, you've got a bit of a cut, like. Yeah. But now I'll just focus on getting the job done. So.
And Joe, like us, you were there in the crowd that night. You were watching Anthony, who's now part of your team, part of your coaching team, up and coming. What did you think of that fight?
I thought it was awesome, mate. He's been working on that in training, so
yeah.
I knew we were going to knock him out when we were in range.
Has he caught you with that? Has he been catching you
yeah,
with it?
plenty of times.
5 weeks leading up to the fight, just kept fucking hitting you with the same shot every time.
That's all they were throwing, mate.
He knows how it feels then.
A few months prior, he was saying you've been keeping him on his toes in the gym, and you could see he had that fire in his eyes when he came in to speak to us last time. Can you imagine?
He did, mate. Yeah, he did. When we had Anthony on the first time round, he was saying, "Yeah, I've got this young lad in gym who's keeping me on my toes at minutes like."
Me on my toes.
Well, yeah, well, we don't doubt that, mate. But yeah, it's as long as you're both working for each other, man. That's what it's all about.
It.
Isn't
I
it?
think because we've got Josh in there as well. We've got like under watchful eye of Wayne as well.
Yeah.
Every round's a fast round. There ain't no lazy rounds. And then we've got no lads what have just started as well. One of them, Joe Brother Warren.
Yeah.
Mark Grubick, Jack Hyde, Wade Broadhead. So every round, prior to that's just been us three, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But everyone's just been flat out. Obviously Matt Aochen as well when he joins us every now and then. So it's just been iron sharpens iron, doesn't it?
Did you come out like injury free then? Apart from you were cut on the forehead, weren't you?
Yeah, like I said, no idea where that come from. But I felt great in there. I knew at some point I was going to catch him as well, so I was just confident going in. Never been as relaxed. Wayne in the background says, don't you want to put your music on or something? Get into the zone. Well, I'm already in zone.
I'm there.
Would you say that's probably best you felt going into a fight like that?
Yeah, like, not saying how other two would have panned out, but my camps have been up in the air the last two, and then, like I say, I've got Wayne back as full-time coach. And like I say, with lads, with teammates as well, we just feel every training session, you've trained, and it's just repetition with the technique what we do. And like I say, the sparring itself, we don't go full on with sparring, but as our sparring, play sparring, I think it's harder than fights. Yeah.
I can imagine your play sparring's a little bit more than what I'm doing with my fucking 12-year-old son every now and again on trampoline.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Were you like sharpen your tools and you say, you're not going full on, you can like...
Yeah, because we're going at a very fast pace as well.
After.
But it's evident, it's showing it's working as well. Like we've took Joe out sparring a few times, different places. We took Josh out sparring a few different places, and the sparring itself, they're going against really good people and they're coming out on top. So showing whatever we're doing in gym is
working.
It's working. Yeah.
Going from strength to strength is Team Valor, but it sounds of it. They say you're adding fighters, you're getting this repertoire now young guys coming through and that, and it's exciting. Yeah, I can tell by talking to you about it that you're into it, man, and you want to keep growing that team.
Yeah, it's definitely going to keep growing. I says once all lads start showing and producing the wins, I think people are really going to start perking ears up and see what we're about. And I mean, like Wayne's his main coach, and just the knowledge he's got, obviously from his previous career in all different combat sports. So I think we've got a good thing going off, and it's just going to keep showing. Like these were all out in February in BKFC on the Prospect Show.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. So we're talking early next year in February. BKFC are putting on a Prospect Show in Leeds. Do you think it is?
I think Leeds or Newcastle. I think it is Newcastle actually. And for the one after that is Manchester.
Okay, which Joe's going to be on? Yeah, on the Prospect one. Yeah,
three: Matt Grubik, Joe, and Joshua Sims.
Yeah, all three guys from Team Valor are going to be on there, showcasing on there. So that'll be one to look forward to and check out for everybody. Definitely on these Prospect shows. You get these guys coming through, you don't hear about them, and it's more exciting when you see somebody you don't know coming up and fucking doing something spectacular. It's one of the best things about watching it, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't say who he's been matched up with yet because he goes against BKFC, but he's been in BKFC for a bit now. He's a durable fighter, he's got a bit of talent about him, but I just think he's going to stop him in the first 2 rounds. I can't see it going past that, so
what do you think, Joe?
you've heard it here.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll stop him first. No, first round I'll stop him. Yeah.
It's not short of a little bit of confidence in Joe. We've not known him that long, but that's pretty clear to see. But I suppose that's what you've got to do in this game, innit? You know, it's no good walking into a fucking no good walking into a bare knuckle fight lacking confidence. And this guy, he's not doing that. But so how are you feeling then? What's it like? All the build up coming up to your first big show, the first and it's Prospects card up there. It's going to be a big crowd. It was last time we were out in Newcastle. But you're looking forward to finally getting in there and showing what you can do, man.
Looking forward to it, mate. To be honest, yeah. I've been training for it for about how long? I've been with you now 6 months.
Yeah, over 6 months, I believe now. But he's got a good background in amateur national. What was it? National
Two-time
amateur.
national champion amateurs. I had 35 amateur fights, 33 wins. I did in amateurs.
Not a bad little record, that mate, is it? To be fair.
So I want to make some good money now in Barnum.
It's time to get paid,
Take
man.
some heads off.
It's time to get paid.
Is that why you changed across to bare knuckle then? You just think
No, I think it just suits my style more because I'm aggressive. Yeah. It's what you see in bare knuckle, isn't it?
That's it. It certainly is. When we went to the Newcastle show was the first live show that we went to, and it is a bit different when you sat ringside to when you're watching it on fucking
good show.
YouTube,
Obviously, it ain't quite as technical in the fights, is it? But it's just pure carnage. A lot of them from start to finish.
Well, that was our first event we've been to and watched live, and we were like ringside. Fucking hell, mate, we're brilliant.
And what pans out exactly what you were saying is that Aggie Faulkner and David Oscar fight. I don't know if you saw that. If you're still sticking around or you're getting patched up already. But Jesus Christ, that was one of the most mental.
And then he got knocked down. He knocked him down, and then he ran across ring, ran onto a punch. What the fuck?
The first round, the 2-minute rounds. These, I remember, by the way, guys. There were 5 knockdowns in first fucking round. It was crazy. Like, it was almost cartoon-like. We were like, "Oh, fucking it, you with me?" The kids kept going down off each other. It was incredible, man. Fucking arms were in air, crowd were going crazy. And in fact, what BKFC's got to offer them, fucking get into it, every single one of you.
I think that's why it's growing as fast as what it is, though. I mean, no disrespect to boxing in a minute, but it's like 12.
You can be disrespectful to boxing.
Yeah,
we do it.
I've just got his fucking finger out.
It's so slow. Everybody's trying to protect the zero.
There's always overwhelming favourites, aren't there? And that's what we've said a few times. You look at MMA or BKFC and that, they're quite evenly matched. You look at fucking boxing, somebody's 22-1 to win. And
I don't think you should have a choice who you can fight. I've never once said, "Oh yeah, I'm not fighting him." It's just, you're fighting so and so. Fair enough. How much am I getting?
That's it. And this is growing. It is growing. Conor were in house again in Newcastle, and that's only going to fucking help things, isn't it? Causing a bit of frenzy.
He walked in after I knocked him back 20 seconds after I knocked him out, though. Where's my bone?
Motherfucker. You arrived just after that, didn't you? Oh, fucking bastard.
You bastard.
I thought that all in all show, it were a good show, wasn't it?
It was.
From start to finish, there were good fights across all of it. I mean, it had violence, blood, it had everything you wanted to see.
I think that's
entertainment, it had a lot.
I think they've got it down to a T with the 2-minute rounds. Obviously, for me, I do like to have a feeling out round. But a lot of them, how you done?
I don't want to get
each other well, then,
I don't want to get punched.
For me, I like to adjust to the speed and the timing and the range and stuff. Where a lot of them, they do just from first bell. Just go
L for leather straight away.
So
the exuberance of youth.
I think it's exciting for them because they know they've got to get it done within 5 rounds. It does make it a lot faster.
And it usually does get done within them 5 rounds.
Yeah, there's not many good distance.
No. So about yourself, what's next for you then, Anthony? I know there's the prospect show in February, and from speaking to Andrew Bakewell, president, he said I think there's going to be another regular show, main show, in March.
Yeah.
But from last time you was here speaking to us, you had a wedding planned around that time of year, so we have to give that one a miss. Or?
Yeah, I've got the offer of February for me to be on with, same of these. But I've got, for me, obviously getting married, and I want that 2 week over there to enjoy myself a bit, not let it air down a bit. So they've mentioned March and May. They've mentioned a title, not to me personally, but to management, a title eliminator. Nice. But nothing's been confirmed. Until it gets put down on a piece of paper, we'll take it from there. But
is that what you want? Do you want that title eliminator? Have you got any names in your head?
I've got quickest roll back to the title. I don't care who
it is.
Who it is.
You still thinking to move down weight again? Or?
Yeah, I think that's where all main fights are for me. What interested me, obviously, Chris is just retired.
He has.
I was going to ask you on that because you wanted that rematch, didn't you? You calling?
That'd have been one to get back. Nice to really, revisited that one. But he's retired. Obviously, he's got his own reasons. And
he got beat in Marbella, didn't he?
Yeah. So just one of them I'll have to forget about.
What about Bart Kroll?
Yeah. To be honest, mate, I ain't even bothered about I know him, and even though I've took a loss on record, I know winning all that fight, and that would mean not even 50%. So I have vertigo and flow.
Poorly, weren't you?
Yeah. Vertigo and flow, and it to go to the corner, and my body was just giving in. I know I could have, me 100%, I'd absolutely smash him.
I know he would as well.
So will you be maybe looking for next UK event after March, or are you looking for a little jolly somewhere else?
I think there's maybe mentioned to me. So whatever, I'm going to be staying ready anyway. I'm going to be training with lads, helping these prep anyway. So I am going to be in shape.
Just keeping on top.
But for the 2 week, because usually I don't drink.
It's Christmas, fella.
It's only shandy, mate. Don't you?
But I want to let my hair down at wedding and not worry about dieting and stuff like that. So
yeah, there is that. And you've got the young gentleman on your left to train to get him at the beginning of his career. Who is coming on? If we want, we'll shine a little spotlight on Joe. I know he's been waiting for it to happen. He's not been nervous at all before we got on here.
No.
He hasn't been panicking on one bit. No,
I didn't got nervous bowling body off camera.
Yeah, that's all.
I was not. I forget it's there.
Yeah, that's it. Just pretend it's not there, mate. That's all good. So, Joe, let's learn a little bit about yourself, mate. You come from a family, an athletic family. Your dad won Mr. Universe, I believe, at one point.
Six times. Yeah. 6 times.
I've definitely got genetics.
Yeah, the genetics are there. They're there to see, to be fair, mate, honestly, being honest. What sort of age did you get into this? What sort of age did you know you wanted to compete?
13. My first fight was at 14.
Right. You're 19 now, right? Is
20.
It 20 now,
Just
yeah?
turned 20, yeah.
Just turned 20. You started at 13, 14 in boxing gym, and how long were you going boxing before you decided that maybe there's different sort of disciplines out there?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
Okay. After...
What do you mean, different disciplines?
How have you interested in boxing, going into bare knuckle, or in the grappling side, or MMA, or anything like that? I think I've seen in a different interview about you. You're not too keen on kicks and stuff like that. It's all about stand there and let me fucking throw these bombs instead. Like that. So
if only teaches you a bit of takedown defence, mate, you'll be on fire in MMA.
Yeah, right. So now you obviously signed up with BKFC now. Getting onto that prospect card in February is a big deal. Getting in there, starting that journey. Have you been looking at people around who you might be fighting and stuff like that? Have you got any eyes on people? Or are you thinking, I'm going straight to the fucking top as soon as I get in there, mate? Is that what you're thinking?
I want to go straight to the top. I'd fight the world champion if I could.
Yeah, straight away.
I've got to be patient, haven't I? Yeah. I know who I'm fighting next, and I think I'll beat him, but I can't say who I'm fighting yet.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm sure you'll give us exclusive once it's right.
So rolling years back then, as a kid then, did you start off in gymnastics, is that right?
Gymnastics, yeah.
How long did you do that for? I'm curious because my daughter does it.
I was 7 when I started and stopped when I was about 11 because I was getting bullied in school for being a gymnast. So that's why I started boxing to try and stop it. It'd stop eventually. You know what I mean?
That'll do it. Like,
Just went kicked off at youth club and I battered these two lads at youth club. And then it stopped.
Well, Lomachenko did all gymnastics.
Ballerina, didn't it?
Ballerina, yeah,
Ballerina,
that's
yeah.
but it helps with balance and everything.
It's brilliant for your core, isn't it? Gymnastics, for your balance and for your core strength and stuff.
Are you hoping your daughter gets into BKFC as well? Like, or something? You said I'm curious because my daughter does it. Are you hoping she gets into bare knuckle? Like?
I stood on one.
Honestly, she's only 7, but honestly, mate, 6, but she's like that. She's like 10.
I stood on one leg for 14 hours once.
Why? Why?
Just to sell. It's just 14.
Well, this a few weeks back. This a few weeks back.
No, we're 10. Stood there on one leg.
14 hours.
Like that. Hang by was like a flamingo.
I mean, to be
What, that world record or something, surely?
No.
you were just watching Karate Kid and he broke. He was just,
Someone
it's like fucking buffering in real life. I mean, that's some fucking feat, to be fair, but you say you're breaking records at 10.
No.
You know what I mean? Standing like
That's
a
no joke
flamingo.
either.
But well, it's funny. What did that prove, man?
No, just see how strong one leg was.
Yeah, did you do other one for
That one
14
weak
hours
like that.
after?
That weak like-
Yeah, just building it
No, I
up.
fell asleep after that.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I read an article actually, well, it mentioned about your gymnastics and as you growing up, as you got into boxing as well. Did you have an heart condition?
Yeah,
Did you get rushing-
I started getting chest pains in training. Very bad chest pains, mate.
It's not ideal.
And I got it. No, it's not. I got it checked out and I had a regular heartbeat and some. I forgot what it's called, to be honest.
How old were you then?
About 11. About 11, yeah. And then I stopped gymnastics to get it sorted out. And then I got all clear. And I started boxing. And yeah, it's alright.
You all right, Sid?
Yeah.
He's known Neil quite a long time as well, and I think you've been from a young kid, haven't you? Done bits with Neil, boxing, and I think he's done us all.
Since that, I've just been heartbroken.
That bit of energy. Well, I say a bit of energy. That fucking old fucking box of energy coming into the gym and gives
Some
gives
man-
everybody that
There's
fucking.
no coach like Neil.
That's him full time.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, he's always full of it. Yeah.
Man, there's nothing wrong with enthusiasm, mate. Is if you want to get in there, I can see in training videos, and I've not seen one of your fights live yet, but I shall surely be there in February if we can be. But you can see videos and that you're explosive as fuck, mate, and I can't wait to see that ring come into fruition. To be honest, like, there is a bit of a buzz and there is a bit of an excitement about it. I don't know if you're aware about that within walls at BKFC, and what do you think about that, and how do you think you handle that? Would you take also that sort of thing in your stride if it came your way?
To be honest with you, mate, I won't be big-headed. I think I'm going to destroy everyone in my division.
Okay.
No, do you think?
Yeah.
No. I'll ask him.
Why-
He's
you know
my
what,
coach.
why not?
See, honestly, I do believe he's got all the ingredients to be world champion, and I do think he'll be big over in America as well, as long as he stays on path.
Yeah,
what he
the
is
right
now.
path.
I was going to say that. Have you been giving him some advice? You know, as you were growing up, and as many of us were, you kind of go off the wrong line every now and again.
Yeah, well, I was always on one line. Yeah, so yeah, we have his conversations, and I think I just think he'll own it.
It's keeping him in line.
I've got from first time watching him, his skill level for his age is way beyond his years, and then plus he's got his attributes of his physical side as well. So he's rubbing me up now.
That's what you mean by physical side.
So let's have a look at contrast here. We'll ask you first, then, Joe. What's your obviously your ambitions of where you think you'll get to, and what sort of timeline are you thinking for BKFC? Where do you think? How long do you think it'll take you to make your way up to, for example, a title shot or something like in Dreamland? We're talking hypothetically, you know what I mean.
And the next year, I'll be
And
fine.
then I'll ask your coach then what he thinks about it. See if
I think end of next year, I'll be
by
fighting
end of
for
2025. Yeah?
I'll be fighting for British title. You
For
think-
British
is that
title.
possible, Anthony?
Yeah, I do believe once I see his skill set and see how aggressive he is as a fighter, because like he said, he is an aggressive fighter.
Yep.
And that's what they want to see in BKFC.
Yeah, they push them guys to the front, don't
Yeah.
they?
And once he shows his skill set with that as well, I do believe it won't be long. Within a couple of fights, I do think he'll be in title contention.
Yeah, cool. And by with way it's growing as well in this country and all profile it's getting and stuff like now, hopefully by mid or to end of next year, it'll all be growing and there'll be big fights, there'll be bigger shows, there'll be a bit more eyeballs on it and stuff like that. And Hopefully, you can go from strength to strength, man. It'll be good, won't it? Yeah. I can see you fucking excited. You can't wait to get started. You're absolutely chomping at the fucking bit.
Well, BKFC is going at the minute as well. We've got shows over in the UK. I don't know how often they're going to be doing them, but there's more and more shows coming up in Europe and stuff like that. And once he starts getting out there, I think his audience will soon grow. Just with his style of fighting. So
Looks.
If you roll it back a little bit, was it September your last bout?
September.
Was it September? Donny Dome.
Donny Dome, yeah.
Dwayne Smith.
Yeah, he was saying I couldn't stop him in the first round. He were going to beat me up in the first round and stuff. Anyway, I stopped him in the first round.
Yeah. Did you have a bit of a back and forth with him online and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I have watched that fight back, like, to be fair, and you absolutely fucking wasted him, to be fair, Joe, didn't you, to be honest? We made light work of it.
Yeah,
felt sorry for him.
We just thought, because he's used to gloved.
I was a bit nervous before that.
Well, an introduction then to smaller mitt, to MMA gloves.
Transition with MMA gloves first, just to give him a bit more of a feel for it, and then let him go follow when it comes to BKFC. So, yeah, I just see a bright future, as long as he keeps on track.
That's it.
Yeah. I've got no choice, have I?
Keep him fucking locked down.
They'll choke me out.
Yeah, well, that's it. You don't want to be pissing off your bosses, mate. That's the problem, isn't it? You might have a swing yourself, but 2 or 3 of them, like, you're fucked out.
There's a lot behind the scenes as well. He's constantly on phone, to us, to each one of us, wanting best out of us. So it's more than just a coach, in the gym. He's keeping an eye on us outside the gym as well. Like he expects us to hold us, conduct ourselves well.
Well, at the end of the day, Anthony, that's the difference, mate, innit? That's the difference. If the discipline at the end of the day, you can have your fucking fun and you can have your laugh and stuff like that. But when it's time to knuckle down, it's time to knuckle down. That's what's the difference maker between prospects and fucking actual challenges, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of talented lads out there, but like I say, discipline's the main key, especially in the sport what we're in at the minute and how quick it's growing. I think you've got to be disciplined, knuckle down and switched on when time comes.
You have.
I was saying, I read an article from Rolling Stone magazine. Back in 2018, BKFC were worth 500,000, and now it's worth close to 400 million.
What is it?
BKFC, yeah.
So in 2018,
the
it was
company
worth roughly $500,000. Now it's worth close to $400 million.
It just shows its pace. It's
space
crazy.
of time.
Do you know what boxing's worth? Normal boxing.
No, billions.
Billions, that industry. Hopefully, eventually, right?
What I like about it.
Yeah, I bet you do that.
Obviously it's entertaining, it's raw, but it's still like the mixture of styles, isn't it? When you get boxers going into it, and then you get like MMA guys going into it, or just hard men. It's
you can see difference in approach.
Like a throwback to early days at UFC, isn't it, in many ways.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's raw, and fans love that. Proper like fighting fans love that.
Yeah. Yeah, when anybody can come up against anybody and stuff, and it gets thrown in there. It's how they make a way, isn't it? You know what I mean? People come in and they love that fucking concept.
Just seen it recently with Austin Trout versus Ricardo Franco.
Yeah.
And a massive underdog, and he managed to hold his own throughout.
He was coming on strong in fifth in the last round as well. Yeah.
I was thinking, why did make it more messy from the beginning? But it just shows, how far you can actually, how far you can get.
You did. Right, so Joe, growing up, who were the people that you were sort of looking up to, fighters and that? Were they all boxers? Mike Tyson?
Always.
Pure and simple, like there's
That's a bit of a segue into this weekend pass, isn't it?
we are going to chat a little bit about what happened this past weekend as we record. I might, well, fuck it, shall we just get straight into that? Or is
that were rigged.
Let's sit here and take the piss out of Jake Paul for 5 minutes, man.
He won't care, will he?
No, he's not going to listen to this, is he? But yeah. What do you think of that type of stuff, both of these boxing matches and stuff like that?
I'm still sat on fence whether it's fixed or not.
There's been a lot of fucking things coming out this week, aren't there, about him holding back and.
It's a little. If you watch Fight Back as well, it does seem a little bit like he was held him back in bits. But then when you go to ring walk as well,
he fell over.
I thought, fucking hell, is he all right?
He's an old fucking man, and it's crazy.
I think that was his knee though. Yeah, he was heavily strapped on it. First couple of rounds he started off pretty well. And then that was it. He barely threw, did he?
Arthritis and all his.
Well, that's it. It was always going to happen that though. When he's fucking 58, if he didn't knock him out in the first 20 seconds, he was going to be fucking blowing it out of his arse. It would seem to be like.
Third. He was going for a knockout, Paul, wasn't he? He was about third or something. So I don't know. It's hard. Like I say, I'm still sat on fence with fixed side, but I just wish he'd fight a fucking real boxer.
I do.
Everyone's calling for that, aren't they?
I love Big Chef.
You'd fight him, wouldn't you, Joe?
Oh, no problem.
Big Chef just called him out, and I can't see him taking that.
Cal Frotcher's biting a lot and all, isn't it?
He's going to be fighting Joshua soon as well.
Oh, Cal Frotch, yeah, and Fury's dad.
He must be fucking running out of money from that time. He fought in front of 80,000 people at Wembley, like he keeps telling us. He must be running out of fucking money. He's calling every country out of money, isn't it?
But I've seen Daniel Dubois. Dubois, I can't fucking pronounce it.
Dubois.
I've seen the post today, but he's accepted as Jake to fight him for title. So I don't know if it's a clickbait post.
Daniel Dubois and
Jake Paul. Well, fuck, I hope that's real.
I don't know if it's
Daniel
a clickbait
Dubois and Jake
post
Paul.
or it's legit.
Oh, no.
I think it's hilarious that he's calling out Canelo and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I think what fucking world do you live in though if you've not even fought a top 10 ranked boxer?
Only boxer he's fought in his own age is Tommy Fury, and he got beat. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, it's one thing fighting fucking Asian MMA guys and fucking granddads,
Do
isn't
you think
it?
there's an argument, though, that he's actually doing good for boxing? Because he's bringing money into it, more eyeballs. I mean, that in Texas last weekend, it was 75,000 tickets. It's like, don't get me wrong, undercard wasn't bad. You know, there were Taylor and Serrano and stuff on.
Oh, there's
But
definitely
he's
a
still
market
putting
for
big
it.
shows on. He's still like bringing eyeballs to boxing.
I
So
thought that was a fucking rate war, but that I don't agree with coach on their corner after saying it were intentional headbutts. But I thought that was
well, that big gash above her eye, wasn't it?
he wanted to take two different stances, orthodox against south.
Yeah, they clash quite a lot.
Clash, and she had two options. She had to get all the way out or all the way in. If she went all the way out, she's going to be trapped on ropes or in corner. Or she had to get all the way in and then scrap how she did.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a great game plan, but then everybody saying, oh, she was doing this, doing that. I thought, what the fuck are you watching the same fight? Yeah.
Serrano wasn't happy at all, like, was she?
No, but she's put a statement out today apologising, hasn't she? But I don't think it was a close fight. I don't think there were no points needed deducting out like that.
Well, yeah, they're going strong. There's plenty of those misfits fights and that. There's a few more been called out this weekend. Darren Tills, he's now signed up to face Tommy Fury as well. And
Have you
that's
seen the press conference?
No, I've just seen the post itself, them two fighting, but I do believe Darren Till will do Tommy Fury.
You think he'll take him?
No problem.
Yeah.
That's his main attributes, his hands, in it. So
I didn't see it coming though, that bout at all. Right?
well, never did I.
I know Till's been out at UFC for a while and he's been looking to get back in, but I didn't see that being the solution at all. But it's an interesting matchup, like, to be fair.
Yeah, I believe for me, I think Till will beat Fury.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is it a boxing match or?
Yeah, it's a boxing match.
Yeah,
Well,
just
in
proper
press
boxing.
conference today, Big John's got involved. Till and him are going back and forth.
Has he
Big
nutted
John
any more
stands up and
kids?
throws a lot
He's
of
an idiot,
water
isn't he?
all over them, so it all kicks off again on stage.
Calm down, he does.
Well, that's sort of a tenuous link into UFC. We wanted a little chat about this weekend. I know that you still follow it a lot. Are you like Joe at UFC? Are you
I
over
don't watch
that?
it, mate.
You're not a big fan. Not a big
Who are your
fan.
favourite boxers at the minute?
A minute. I don't watch it. I just watch bare knuckle now. I don't watch it. I just
Invested.
Got mate, yeah.
Just doing research,
I'm
man.
interested
That's
about
it.
it,
Yeah, fair enough, man. Concentrate on yourself. It's
Yeah.
fucking nothing wrong with that at all. But we did want to touch on weekend and Jon Jones doing Jon Jones things against Steve Miocic.
Yeah.
What did you think about that fight, mate? It was a nice little spinning back kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, good.
Looked like it stung like a motherfucker.
Brilliant finish. We seemed in control all the way through. I don't know if it were Stipe's been rust or he was just confused with all different weapons what Jones were using. Those, idea. It makes you think twice, doesn't it, about committing to a shot if you're getting kicked all different angles,
Yeah, it
tucked
does.
down. So can you say it's ring rust or? I'm a Jones fan, but I'm also a Aspinall fan as well.
That's where we're inevitably going next, mate. Do you
Yeah.
think it'll happen?
I think Aspinall will beat him.
Oh, I don't.
It sounds like
We all do,
sounds
yeah.
like what I always say.
Preaching to the choir here, mate. Yeah, we're all over Aspinall
but
doing that.
I also agree with the longevity Jones has done. I think the Alex Pereira fight is going to be the bigger, the bigger spin when
I
he's talking
agree.
about legacy. So
Yeah, I agree.
can understand it from that point. But how long you can't have an interim champion not get a chance to fight for a belt either.
That's it.
Do you think Pereira's a slightly easier matchup for him as well, stylistically? Isn't?
With Jones's wrestling background, yeah, and he didn't look that sharp with his hands and his head movement on his feet, did he? So it's hard, but
It's hard to judge against because you were fighting
Yeah.
against a 42-year-old
Yeah.
Stipe as well. He did look good,
Yeah,
Parts
but
of it
against
were-
a guy that hadn't fought
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah,
Man.
parts of it were vintage Jones, wasn't it?
yeah.
You know,
Like I
little
said,
sweep he did and all that.
it's all those different weapons he's
Elbows
got.
and stuff.
It's you don't see that in heavyweight division usually as well, do you? It's either striking or wrestling. You're just one of those two. Whereas he's got the full shebang. So it were to finish how he did as well with his little Trump dance.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, Holmes. A couple of years ago, you know Gareth A. Davis, that fight media guy. You know what I mean? Anyway, he asked Jon Jones a question. I'm going to ask you the same question. Are you a bad guy trying to be good, or a bad guy trying to be good? Bad.
A good try and very good.
Yeah,
Ruined that, Anna.
Bad guy trying to be good or a good guy trying to be bad.
Obviously, I've had my past, but I do think I'm trying to be a better person every day. And it's like Jordan Peterson says, it's better to be a monster and control it than be, weak and not be able to fucking defend yourself or anything. But obviously, I always took it past defending at one point. I ended up in Her Majesty's prison. So
That's why we thought we were up to aim it your way, and obviously passing your experience and wisdom down now to other guys like Joe and
What
to the
about
rest
you,
of them
Joe?
that you've mentioned earlier.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy trying to be good.
Definitely. No hesitation.
No hesitation. No hesitation.
I think we're always learning and growing, aren't we? And what used to matter to us when we were younger, you see, it don't so much matter as you get older. So
I'm still
It's a
trying.
it's a nice way of putting it. It's a cool quote, but I think all these guys that step in to this sort of ring or this sort of cage or octagon or whichever discipline that you're fighting in, they all have to be a little bit of a bad guy in first place, don't they? To want to get in there, to do it, to enjoy being smacked in the fucking face, or
I don't enjoy it. One bit.
well, it's not ideal,
It's
you
nice
want to be
dishing
doing
it though, isn't it?
I can, yeah.
it's I've said it before. If you could be able to get that feeling just as you're walking out to the ring, there's no on earth what even matches close.
the
Close
adrenaline
to
pumps
it.
and that from
The adrenaline, the different emotions, the thoughts, what's going through your head.
What about when you're walking out of the ring?
Yeah, well, it's
Same,
all- it's
same
all-
feeling, or is it?
Yeah,
the same
it's
one?
obviously you want to come off a win, but it's not the same as that feeling walking in.
You're doubting yourself walking to the ring, I think.
Yeah, there's a bit
Not
of
doubt,
doubt.
there's
bit of
all sorts of
excitement,
emotions going through there, isn't there?
Everything at the same time, it's horrible.
Yeah, once you learn to learn to control it, and
Use it as fuel.
yeah.
I imagine in your head you're walking there and it goes from one to other. You're walking this, I'm going to go out and fucking kill him. And he's
When
like,
you're in
but
the ring, you're like,
what
oh, no.
if he fucking catches me? Then
Yeah, yes.
Oh, shit.
That's what it's thinking, yeah.
Well, usually after the first exchange, everything just settles. Everything
Yeah.
settles,
You're
and
in
you
zone
just,
then.
yeah, you just it's
Do you feel like that as well?
What?
it's too busy touching my leg.
Say again, mate.
Do you feel like it takes that first exchange for you to get?
Yeah, when I
into
get
mode?
hit, I have to get hit first. I'm like, yes.
Or when
Let's
you hit
have-
them first, or is it always when
No,
you?
when
take
they hit
them?
me first, I think, right, you're having it now.
Why?
You know what I mean? I'm alright.
Well, yeah, but once you're in there, I imagine that the fucking the red mist descends over. You focused on that. Your training kicks in. You're ignoring all crowd.
You forget everything, to be honest with you. When you get hit, you just want to batter it. You just wanna- you know what I mean? You can't control it.
Just start fucking windmilling randomly, like
Yeah.
it's just like go for it.
We'll take their head straight off.
So you think pretty much game plan goes out the window as soon as you get cracked? Or
Yeah, it does me, yeah.
I think your first couple of fights, it tends to do.
I've had 36 and I've still can't seem to do it. I just have to try and take their head straight off. Straight away.
Yeah, he is very aggressive. He's trying to get that to odd him back on that aggression as well. A little
I
bit.
can't.
It's channeling and using it in right fucking
Yeah.
situations, innit? But that comes with experience, I'm sure it does. But fucking Mighty Joe, 100% fucking Lister is here to stay for at the moment. I think that's it. He's going out there and he's looking to take heads off in first fucking rounds at this BKFC to hear that crack immediately, not making people wait, getting that fucking night moving on. And that's what fucking fans like to see, ain't it? At the end of the
You
day.
don't get paid for overtime, do you?
That's
do
it.
it.
You know,
You know?
Get in, get out. I'm still pretty enough to go out around Ponty on fucking Friday. Let's go. That's what it That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I'll even work early.
Well, no, thank you very much for joining us again,
Yeah, it's been
Anthony,
a
and
pleasure.
thank you very much, Joe, for joining us for the first time here. Hopefully there'll be plenty more times for both of you to come back in here. We're going to be staying over BKFC. Hopefully we'll be watching your fight in Newcastle at the Prospect Show. I'm pretty sure we will be. We'll be there covering that. We'll catch up with you there before and after. And yourself, same, Anthony. Good luck with the fucking wedding and all that. Hopefully,
Appreciate it, yeah.
don't mess up. It'll all cleared up by then. You'll be looking pretty again, mate. Don't worry about it.
You'll
man.
be pretty now.
Them creams on me.
That's it. Yeah, them cream. Yeah, that
They
skincare.
didn't fucking work, did they?
But no, we wish you all fucking best
Yeah,
here. We do, and we'll
appreciate
continue to follow you, going from strength to strength, and hopefully Team Valor goes from strength to strength, like it looks like it's doing.
no
And good
doubt.
luck not only to Joe, to all the rest of the guys that are on that Prospect Show coming up next year. And to Matty Hodgson as well, quick shout out to Matty Hodgson, and hopefully you'll come back from your recent defeat.
Big Matt.
He'll be back in ring in no time. So thank you again for listening, everybody. If you want to subscribe, like all over socials, YouTube, and all that, we would much appreciate it, and keep bringing you content that we keep bringing you. So from us out here, all right, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you soon.
See you later. Thank
Cheers.
you.
The No Bones Podcast.